Hello everyone, Sam is here from myfirstmagicwave.com. This video making is about weekly recap, the whole trades, the setups and all of that. So let's get started. For the week started on the 20th, right? I think it's like night 17, but a couple of days was no trades whatsoever. And then it kicks in, right? So on the 20th, my first trade came in the Euro Aussie on the 20th on the 7-minute chart, and this is how it is. And then let's move on. And then on the 20th, another trade was Euro Yen, and it is because Euro start getting strong. I'll show you a lot of Yen trades last week. Okay, it's because the Yen strength. I made a video yesterday, right, about that, and I'm gonna give you a setup, the weekly chart, so that you can take those trades into the next week. And now this is also on the 20th, Aussie Yen, right? So you see the Yen dropping. Now pound Aussie went up on the 20th. It's a buy order here. All of these trades according to the setup, indicators all the way down, and this yellow is above the black, and then both above the red. Red candles coming in, retracing. I make it higher low, and then blue candle starts. I open the trade and then put the SL right behind here, right, and behind the low or the high in case of short, and then let it go. And so buy, and then after it moves up a little bit, I come and sit on a break even +5, something like that. So this is how you will see all the trades. On the 20th, again, pound Newsy, that's a beautiful trade here. It went bullish and then came exactly the same way I showed you last, that the same setup. Indicators all the way down, yellow is above the black, yellow is above also the red, and the price dipping into the wave and then coming out. This was an entry, this was an entry, this was an entry, this was an entry, and this was an entry when I was closing that trade. And then I usually record the chart and then close the trade. All right, so that's what it is. And then on the 20th again, you can see New Yen, all yen. You'll see only short side, not a single yen I had a long side, and I'll show you the reason at the end of the video. And then on the 21st, the next day, then again pound Aussie was on the rise, and this is that was the first entry, and then this is the second one going continue to the upside, the buy order here. And here on the 21st, again the yen, Aussie yen, that was the first one you saw, and then this is the second one coming, and so a lot of them will be coming here. Aussie yen, New Zealand. On the 21st, again the New Zealand second entry. This was the first one, right? And then the 21st, again the 21st January, yeah. So what was the sound? Okay, the pound Aussie, right? This was an entry I showed you, and then retracement. I made a couple of entries, and then I got knocked out. It could break even or 5 pip loss. No big deal. Once you get the right one, look what happens, right? So this is on the 21st. On the 21st again, this was the only one that I used the second degree setup. It is according to you're trading like Elliott wave and harmonic pattern, and at the top, at the bottom of the move, when it is bouncing from the support or getting off the resistance. So it was getting off the resistance, and I got in here, and you will see more to the downside, pound yen. On the 21st again there's Euro Aussie. That was the first one I showed you. It went up, retraced. This was an entry too, but I was in the trade. And then here came down here again, and then it went up. This was an entry too, right? These are very, very important levels. 61.38 bounce here, then we broke above the 61.88 weekly low, and again continue to the upside. These were on the 21st, and then 21st again you have Aussie USD. This was a nice entry, but I didn't, I missed it. But this is the one I took, and right there you can see sell order and a sell break to break even plus. On the 21st, pound CAD, all pound pair were moving, and the yen and pound were the key currency pairs were moving. And here you can see 21st, beautiful long, and it went up a long way. On the 22nd now you can see pound Aussie again was beautiful long before you saw it, and then it came down here again, the second entry, And look how many other entries. I mean, even if you miss this one, you have this one, you have this one, you have this one. It is like around the EMAs, right? And it is like a coil, the spring coiling in, and then you let go the spring, and then boom, it goes, right? So this is something that if you learn, very, very lucrative. And this is what I teach in my webinars. And on the 22nd, again, you can see that, you know, all the EMAs were getting tight, and all of a sudden, let go here, retrace again, very close to each other, and then let go the spring, and it goes away. And you know, this is pound CAD. Remember, I just told you, I showed you this one, and then this is the other one. On the 22nd, this is the beauty. It's like pound Aussie, and look how many entries. Again, this is the same thing that it was. The price was traveling just above the red line, like coiling in, and then start letting go, and here the move, and then, you know, dip a little bit, and then these dips are like profit taking. You know, when the big boys, they take the profit, and then they, you know, the price come down, they get in again, and, you know, again take profit, going up down, and it's continue going to the, you know, to the upside. And on the 22nd, again, pound USD as well. Like I said, all pound pair, pound was getting strong. So, and it is the same thing again here. It was bearish here with the news or something that it, you know, you go the other side of the red line, and then you come back, find support. Coil is the spring coiling kind of thing here. You know, the EMA is getting tight, and then all of a sudden let go. But my conditions are, this indicator has to be all the way down, yellow is above the black, and yellow and black above the red, and the red candle turns blue. I open the trade, boom, pound USD, and have to have a higher low to go long, a lower high to go short. Now pound CAD again, there was a couple of entries already, but then look at this one, big entry, and then I mean, beautiful entry and a big trade, nice and clean, right? It looks big on the 7-minute chart, but it's not really big. It's only 115 pip. Sometimes this is a monster. This pound CAD, pound Aussie, they're big movers. They can give you 150, 200 pip easy sometimes. Right? So this is on the 22nd. Then you have on the 22nd again, pound Aussie again. This was an entry, close somewhere there, and again, whenever the resistance comes and I close, or what I do is I'll move my SL to very like this one here. See, I move here, and then what I do is I have the SL very close. You know, I'm starting this thing. So somewhere here, what happens is that if the price comes in, I record the chart when we are here, right? Then what I do is I'll move my SL. I had my SL right here somewhere, and then you know, when it goes up, and then it, you know, it takes it out. Right, and on the other pairs, not on this one, but that's how the, you know, this technique, which is coming very lucrative. If you get taken out here, for example, right, then your SL, I mean, your alarm will beep again for a new setup, and you can get in again. But if the move has to reverse, you know, to do the reversal here, right, all the way, you got out here, and you're not giving back the profit. You got out, and you got out with profit, right, from here to here. But then you don't lose anything, because if your SL is hit, but then it gives you another setup, then the alarm is going to beep, and then you can get in again if the continuation happens. So either way is a win-win situation. On the 22nd, Aussie yen, that was 2 entries I already showed you. This is the third one, right? This is, you can see here that I moved the SL to this area here, and if the price would go up here, and then I will, you know, the trade will be closed, and I will have the profit from here to here locked in. But then it goes up here, and then start to go down again. I will have the alarm beep, and then I will get in again right here. So I'm safe if it goes against me, and if it is doing the continuation, I will ready to make some more pips out of that pair. Now this is Euro Yen on the 22nd. A lot of trades, I'm telling you. This is the first one. There was a from the top as well, but was a second degree. But this is the one, and then this is the one you can see. And I think this one even longer a little bit. On the 22nd, pound yen start to come down again, and I start to move my you know, SL here, and then more and more and more. And then here you can see 22nd January USD yen, because yen was getting strong, so yen, all the yen pair gonna go down regardless. And because yen is always on the right side of the pair in each and every pair, so they all go down. And what else on the 23rd now, euro yen again, the continuation. That was the first that I just showed you on the 22nd, and this is on the 3rd again, all the way to the downside here. On the 23rd, pound yen again, that was the entry, and all the way down. Even if you miss the entry, you have this one to get to go down with the price. And here you can see how nicely the spring is coiling in, right, and then let go the move. On the 23rd, this is just like I said, from the reversal style, right? The set is not this is, I call a second degree magic IV system or setup. Like blue candle turns black, but it's like it's not lower high, it's a higher low, right? I mean, sorry, higher high. And but it was coming off of a some kind of harmonic pattern or Elliott wave, and I had to go in to see that if I can go down with the reversal, and I did. Here, pound yen on the 24th now. This is a beautiful entry. You saw this was an entry, before, and then this was an entry, and then this was an entry here. Let me see. On the 24th, Aussie yen. That's another entry right here on the 24th. And there was another on the 24th, USD yen. The first one I just showed you. It came down all the way, got out, went up, got in again. Okay. You can do this all day long if you learn the system. Yes. And then on the 22nd, New Zealand yen again. There was 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth entry. And pound USD, very, very nice setup here. And after the news, it was going up, but the news came out, and all pound pairs started dropping. This is the one, and the pound yen I just was able to take. And the last but not the least is euro USD. On the 24th, this is the only one. I just take this one because the alarm was screaming. Otherwise, I'd rather not even trade this pair. It's just not, it doesn't move. It's just, has a daily range. If you look at it, all day long, it moves 45, 50 pips. So what are we going to do trading this pair, right? Pound Aussie right now has like 170 pip daily range. It moves 170 pip in a day, right? So now let me show you why and then what's going to happen, and why I took so many long short in yen pairs. Okay, so this is the one, the 20-minute chart I showed you yesterday as well in the video. That this is the Elliott wave count, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and after that, usually what happened. Let me quickly show you that how I do all this mumbo jumbo. Is because of this. See these diagrams I made like 10 years ago, and this is how it is. This is what happened in the market. So you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's how we went up, right, on this one. Like even then after wave 4 here, you see that when it was bouncing from here, I had it that we're gonna go up here. See, it was going up. For wave 5, I didn't put the waves here, but this is what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was expecting wave 5 there, and it did, right? So it went there, and at that time I was going long yen pairs. But then after that, I said these 5 waves are finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then comes what? One ABC correction, right? This is how it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, ABC. So I made this chart again, that we're going to be coming down for wave, let me see where it go, here, right? This is the one I made, that we're going to come down here for A, and then we will go back up here for B, and then come down for C around 61%. So maybe let me show you that chart. Anyway, I make the chart. So this is what happened so far, right? And because of that, I was able to take all those yen pairs to the downside. And then I made another chart, if I have it here. Yeah, here we go, right? This is I made on the 24th, that we're going to be coming down here, then going up here after bouncing from the TIA, if I'm right, and then we're going to come down. So this is like a future route based on the Elliott wave analysis or chart. See that here? 1 2 3 4 5 A B C. This is how I have all the charts, all the pairs set up, and then I have, you know, USD index and this and that, and pound index making a 5 wave 5 going to the upside, so pound pair is going to go upside next week, right? So I have all the setups, and tomorrow I'm going to do the webinar, and I'll show all of those charts to my subscribers. And yen index, this is the chart I made first, right? That we're going to be bouncing from here and go up for this TL. This is the chart made on the 5th January 2020. Look what happened to this chart. And then I said we're going to hit this and then drop, right? It's right in front of you. I made this chart on the 5th. And what happened to this chart so far? It went up and it came down, just like I said. From here, it went up, hit the TL in 54.52, and now dropping. But this is not the end of it. This is just the starting point. This is just the beginning of a down move. Okay? So what I'm saying is that if we can stay below this area, 53.90, right? We may go up a little bit to retrace this move, but then we have to go down below 53.90. So you can watch this chart on a 20-minute or 7-minute chart, my charts. Then you can easily track that yes, it is coming down, and if yen is coming down, yen gets strong, and all yen pair will start moving and going to the downside anyway again. Okay, for example, last week you didn't see me trading any trade, not a single trade of CAD yen. But let me show you. I didn't take it just to show you guys that, you know, it doesn't matter. You have so many chances all over the place. For example, CJ, I made this chart, this one and this one, on the 18th, that we are hitting the TL and we're gonna drop, and we did. But I didn't take the trade because I was busy doing so many other things, right? So many other trades. Trades are everywhere. So these are the like solid setups like this. You know, if you miss them, it's okay because you have setups like this everywhere. Okay, so I didn't even trade CAD yen last week at all, but yeah, it was nicely came down exactly the way I said, and it has a long way to go down if we break this rising TL, the black one, right? It came down and hit the TL. So hopefully, with the yen strength, we're gonna break that and we're gonna go to the downside. Continue. So this is what this is all about. Then if we can stay below 53.90 here on the yen index weekly chart, we're going to be dropping at least back to 38%, because if you look at this fib from up here down here, I pull, it went up to 78%, right? And usually it's and then it usually goes back to 38%, which is a nice low here, right? 52.88. And this is the recipe for a butterfly pattern. If we come down here and if we don't drop, if we hold here, then we're gonna go up for 127% of the same fib somewhere down, somewhere up here, which will be probably this area here. Okay, and that is kind of like having a butterfly pattern going in the making. And I'm looking at these in a way ahead of time and anticipating that this is what's gonna happen probably, and that usually happens. And for example, here, this is the pattern cooking here. The 78% pullback after a move, then it goes back to 38% for point C, and then it goes to 88%. And that is what cooking here. This X, A, B is at 78%, then it's going to drop to 38%, and then go up for 127%. And that would be a butterfly pattern, right? So that's how I do it. And then very important, another chart, which I would like to give you guys is USDX. Look at this. This is a TL here. This is USD 33-minute chart. My 33-minute chart is as good as the regular 4-hour chart. Okay, so 3-hour or 4-hour chart. So look, this is nice drop, and then it went up to around 61%, and then again drop, and then we went up, and we are very close to the TL, very close to the 61%, and very close to this monthly high of 0321, which is very, very important SNR level. So this is the area. It may go up a little bit when the market open up, right? And then after hitting this TL, I'm expecting that we're going to be dropping here. What will happen is that this is 61% and then go back to 23% line and then go up to 78%. That would be a Gertley pattern. That's one scenario I'm looking at. So many other scenarios But if we make the return from here, in all the scenarios, you're supposed to drop back to at least 23%. And so that's why I made this chart, that if we do that, this thing is going to happen. You will have several pairs and trade in hand. These four will go up because of the USD weakness, because USD is on the right hand side, and these three will go down because USD on the left hand side, right? Including UJ. UJ is going to go down big because USD going to get weaker, yen is getting strong as well, as it is, right? So greater imbalance and greater move, bigger move. So these are the things will happen next week, and hopefully I will find. I'm still trying to find some more setups, and then tomorrow in tomorrow's webinar I will give it to my subscribers and get them ready to trade. So if you like what you saw, you want to be a part of it, then go on my website, myforexmagicweb.com. I don't have here why. But anyway, so most of my chart they have, and it's there. What's up? It's not on here either. Okay, so I'm kind of forgetting to make the chart with that, right? Okay, this is what it is. myforexmagicweb.com. That's my website, and then you can go over there and then subscribe. And this is a very good one. And then once we get here, just like last week, we can trade to the downside. Then we're gonna be trading all yen pairs to the upside, and then it will be a long drop if I'm right. Okay, so these are the trades and the trades to happen next week, the few setups I gave you. And there are so many other charts and other setups like Euro, Aussie pound, Aussie pound, cat, right? Big movers, monsters. So we need to take advantage of that, and learning is the key. Learn. And if you are new and you wanna learn, or you want me to teach you over the Skype one-on-one, so I have built that one-on-one course option. It's on my website as well, on the one-on-one page. You can sign up with that if you are new into forex business. So start learning the right things. Learn this, how to do this technical analysis. Learn how to use this system. This system is very powerful, between 33-minute and 7-minute chart. It's a system that, if this happened and then this happened, you do that. And if that thing happened, you do this. Okay, 4 conditions for my setup, and once they're met, then you pull the trigger, and the SL is very small, right? So for example, here this indicator has to be up, yellow has to be below the black, yellow has to be below the red, and the blue candle turns to red candle, couple of them, and I open the trade, giving we are making a lower high to any one of these, much lower high, and all 4 conditions met, and you open the trade. That's the name of the game. That's the setup. Without I don't open trade without setup. See, look, the same thing here, same thing is up, yellow position, and then blue candle turn to red, and here again same thing right here. Yellow is below the red. Even if it's below, above the black, it's okay. Sometimes you know what the heck is happening. Yen is getting strong, and eventually you're gonna go down. So you play a little aggressive. But here again, the same setup. Every single thing, every single trade of mine is with the setup. See this here again, the setup. I forgot to mark here yellow sign, right? But that's how it is. All right. So don't want to take more time, and I'm gonna close now. And like I said, if you like, go on my website and subscribe, and get ready over the weekend for Monday. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful weekend.